In this video, we will learn how to automatically reply to Google My Business reviews using OpenAI. So let's say you receive lot of reviews on your Google My Business profile, and the idea here is as soon as you receive a new review here, we are going to automatically generate a reply for those reviews which you are receiving on your business profile using this OpenAI software, which works on the concept of artificial intelligence. Well, I will tell you about this application later in the video. Now, once the reply is generated automatically, we are going to automatically post the same reply to those reviews which you are receiving on your business profile. And yes, you can entirely automate the reply process of your Google My Business reviews by setting up a simple automation in between these applications. So if you also want to learn how you can set this automation, come to my screen and I'll show you the step-by-step process that how you can set it. So this is my profile, and as soon as I will receive the review here, I'm going to collect those reviews firstly in the Google Sheet, and then I'm going to generate the reply automatically, and then finally I will post those reply as the reply of my review using an automation software, Pabbly Connect. Yes, I'm going to connect my business profile, basically Google My Business application and Google Sheets and OpenAI software with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. You can also reach to this website by typing pabbly.com/connect. I will also attach this link in my description box. Now firstly, you will have to create your free account from this button, and the account creation is absolutely free, and you will also get free task to test this automation which I am about to teach you. Now click on sign in and click on access now, and since I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, that is why I have clicked on signing. Now once you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, you will have to again click on this button create workflow and just provide a random name to your workflow. Well, workflow is actually the automation which we are going to create. I am providing the name as when review received, auto generate reply and post same reply on review. Okay, I hope you understood, and you can provide any name here. Now click on create and you will find two boxes in front of you, trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. When this happens, do this. Understand with an example also that whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say, send an email via Gmail application. According to our use case, whenever the review is received in Google My Business application, collect those reviews in Google Sheet application, then generate the reply via OpenAI application. So this is how we are going to set this automation by connecting these applications. And firstly, I am going to select the Google My Business review application as my trigger application, and in the trigger event I am going to choose, well, it is up to you whether you want to select this new review or new review multi-location. The instruction is already given here that it will trigger when a new review submitted for any of the selected location, and this will trigger when for a specific location. So let's say I selected this particular trigger event. Now click on connect, click on add new connection, connect with Google My Business review and provide the access of your account in which you have created your Google My Business profile. Now verify it, and don't worry, Pabbly Connect is 100% safe. Now click on continue, and the authorization is successful, and your Google My Business account is connected with Pabbly Connect. And you can see it is asking for the account. Well, I have the account name as Parampara only, so I'm going to select that same, and it is asking for the business location, so again I will choose Parampara only. And now when I will click on this button, what will happen, the most recent review will be captured automatically here in Pabbly Connect, since our account is actually connected now with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, and you can even read the instructions every 8 hours. This trigger here will check for the new data in every 8 hours. So every 8 hours the system will go to the section and it will capture all the recent comments which have been posted in last 8 hours. So firstly I'm going to post a review here in front of you and you will see the same will be captured here. So I will open my business profile in some different tab where I have already logged in. Well, yes, the profile, the business has been already opened here. So I am going to post a review here. I am going to write a review here as a new customer or as a new user. Okay. And let's say Henriquez was is posting a review here that this clothing store is really nice. They have a nice collection on their boutique. I bought a traditional cotton suit for my mother. So let's say Henriquez is posting this particular review on my business and you can see thanks for review. Let me directly open my listing, basically my profile, and check for the review. And I can see the review of Henriquez in this particular section. And now I will go to my Pabbly Connect account and will click on this button and you will see the most recent comment, the most recent review will be captured here. And yes, the response has been received immediately. Here is the date, here is the rating which he has provided, this is the name of the reviewer, and finally we have the content, basically the comment which he has posted. The clothing store is really nice. They have a nice collection on their boutique. I bought a traditional cotton suit for my mother. Now after capturing this review in the Pabbly Connect, finally I'm going to generate a reply for this review using OpenAI software which will generate the reply automatically. Now you must be thinking that what is this OpenAI software all about? So before I connect this OpenAI with the Pabbly Connect, I'll show you what is this software all about and how exactly it works. Okay, so open a tab and type here openai.com and press enter, and this is how you can reach to the website of this software. And it is an AI research and deployment company and it uses a GPT-3 model using which it generates a random text. It has the capability to generate the text automatically and you can create any kind of content like the poem, the articles, the dialogues, the reviews, any kind of content can be created in the natural language using this OpenAI software, basically using the GPT-3 model of this OpenAI software. Now I will click on this API section and will directly log in since I already have an account in this software. But you will have to create your account in this software. Now after login to the software, you will have to go to this playground section and from here exactly we are going to generate the content. And as the name suggests, playground, we are actually going to play in this particular box, in this playground with our content. Let me show you how exactly it works. You just have to provide a command here, an instruction here, and you will see the magic. Write a story on doc. So this is the command I am giving and click on submit and you will see the system will start writing the story immediately just after pressing on the submit button. And as per the maximum length, basically the number of tokens, it will generate the story. Currently we have set the 256 maximum number of tokens, that is why it has created the story as per this particular tokens. Okay, now I will increase this length and I will click on submit once again and you will see this time it is asking me to delete this particular section first. Okay, click on submit once again and you will see this time also it will share a story. One more story will be generated automatically using the software under this particular length. Now I will show you how you can generate a reply using this OpenAI software. So how about I copy this particular comment and paste it here, and here instead of this I will say write a reply to the Google My Business review. Okay, and let me correct the spelling and let me click on submit once again. And now I will again click on submit button and you will see a nice reply will be generated automatically. Thank you so much for your kind words. We are so happy to hear that you find our collection to be nice and that you were able to find a traditional cotton suit for your mother. We hope you will continue to shop with us for all of your clothing needs. So did you notice that how this system is capable of generating the content automatically? You just need to provide the command here, and whatever the commands you are providing is actually called as prompt here. I'm repeating this. You are going to call it a prompt to this particular instruction, to this particular command. Okay, coming to this right section, and let me show you these settings very quickly. First is the mode, second is the model. Again, with which particular model you would like to generate the content. Well, I have selected this text, the Vinci 002, which is the most capable model in the GPT-3 series. Second thing is the temperature. Again, read the instruction. It controls the randomness, basically lowering the results in less random completions. As the temperature approaches to 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. So if you will keep this value 0, it will generate the repetitive content. If you will increase it more, it will provide you the more unique content. So for now, I have provided this setting as 0.7 temperature. Now it is asking for the maximum length. As I have just told you, maximum length is equal to the maximum number of tokens to generate the content. You can select this setting as per your requirement, okay, as per the length you required of the content. Now it is asking for the stop sequence, so just provide a few characters here. So I am going to provide double hash and double slash as the stop sequence. Now what is this stop sequence all about? Up to the 4 sequence where the API will stop generating the further tokens. So let's say you have provided this particular section and you want to tell the system that where my content is actually gets end. So you can simply provide this stop sequence in place of that. Now I have added it. Now whenever you will apply this particular sequence, the system will consider it as the stop sequence. Basically your content has ended up here. Okay, now it is asking for the top priority. Well, again, read the instructions. It controls the diversity via nucleus samples. Okay, 0.5 means half of all likelihood weighted options are considered. So basically it is going to control the diversity of your content, frequency penalty, how much to penalize the new tokens based on their existing frequency in the text or so far. Basically it decreases the model's likelihood to repeat the same line verbatim. So if you do not want the system to generate the repetitive content, repetitive lines again and again provide few values, some value here. So this is how, after reading the instructions one by one, you can actually understand the each setting and do the settings as per your choice, as per your requirement. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and let me connect this OpenAI software, and that is why I'm using this software, because I want to generate a random, a unique content, that too automatically. Okay, so action event is generate content. Of course, click on connect. Click on add new connection, and it is asking for the token in order to generate, in order to connect your account. Well, directly click on this hyperlink and you will find the token directly from here only. Okay, copy this token, come back here again, paste it here, and this is how you can connect your OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. Finally, it will ask you the details one by one, and well, these are the same details, same settings which I have just explained you. Firstly, it is asking for the AI model. I am going to use this Vinci, text the Vinci 002. Okay, it is the same which I have selected here. Moving further, it is asking for the prompt. As I have just told you, prompt is actually the command, basically the instruction. Please make sure you are entering the prompt properly. You can check the supported prompt formats here. Okay, so you can actually check this link and check for the supported prompt formats here, but this time I am going to provide the same prompt here also, and whatever the value I will write here in this particular box will remain same, will not change. And if I will map something here from this drop drop down data that will vary as soon as the new response will be arrived, the new data will be arrived. So I want write a reply. How about I write it as write a professional reply to the Google My Business reviews. Okay, to the Google My Business review. So this is going to be my prompt, and now I am going to provide this particular content. Basically, whatever the reviews are coming via Google My Business should be mapped here automatically, should be added here automatically. For that, I am going to map it from the drop down. You can even read here, insert the data from the previous step. So let me search for the content. Here is the content. This clothing store is really nice. They have a nice collection on the boutique. I bought a traditional cotton suit for my mother. Okay, moving further. Now it is asking for the maximum tokens, the select sampling type, the sampling value, presence penalty, frequency penalty, SOP sequence, and best of. So basically, these are the same settings about which I have just told you. You can make these settings as per your requirement completely. But right now, I am going to leave all these fields blank, and it will take the default value automatically. So that is why, since it is not mandatory, I am leaving it blank. Now finally, I will click on this button, save and send test request, and you will see a nice reply will be provided via this software to me, which I am going to collect in the Google Sheet first. And you can see the text is completion, the response is received, and you will have to check your content under this choices 0 text. I am going to open this, and yes, you can see the staff is very professional and they know how to deal with the customer. Thank you so much for your kind words. We are so happy to have you as a customer. We are always striving to provide the best possible shopping experience. So we are glad to hear that you have had a positive experience with us. We hope you'll continue to shop with us in future. So did you notice that what an interesting review they have created and provide us? Basically, the OpenAI software. This is the magic. This is the power of this OpenAI software, and we are going to combine the OpenAI, basically the artificial intelligence concept and the automation concept here in this automation. Okay, so once you have this particular reply, finally we are going to collect this reply in this particular spreadsheet which I have already created. And here I am going to collect one more detail. And what is that detail? Basically, it is the review only, but here in place of collecting the review directly, I am going to capture the ID of that review. So you can rename it as the ID. And why I am doing so? Because it will surely require at the time of posting the reviews as the reply. So that is why I have added one more column here. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to again search for the Google Sheets as an action application and an action event. Of course, add new row will be the action event. Click on connect, click on add new connection, connect with Google Sheet, provide the access of your Google Sheet account, basically your Gmail account in which you have created your Google Sheet. I have provided the same. Click on continue, and do not worry, Pabbly Connect is 100% safe, and you can see the authorization is successful and your sheet will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect. And you can see it is asking for the spreadsheet for the sheet, and whatever the details you are able to see, these are the same details, basically the same columns of my spreadsheet. Why? My Google Sheet account, and actually the same spreadsheet is also connected here. That is why those columns are visible here. So Google My Business reviews and replies is my spreadsheet which have got selected automatically. Here I have just a single sheet. I am going to select the same. Now it is asking for the review ID. So again I am going to map all these fields from the above data, which I do not need to copy and paste manually. Simply insert the data from the previous step, and here you can see the review name, basically the review ID. So instead of renaming it as the ID, I am going to change it as the review name, or you can say the review title, anything. Okay, and coming back to Pabbly Connect, and once you will refresh this particular sheet, you will be able to see the changes here also. And you can see the review name, the field name, the column name has been changed automatically. Let me search for that review name again. And here is the review name which I have mapped. Second thing, it is asking for the review received. Well, I have received the review via this Google My Business, which was this clothing store is really nice. Again, I'm telling you, whatever the details you will map here will be changed automatically, will be replaced automatically. You do not have to do anything manually. And this is the power of this mapping, power of this automation. Here it is asking for the reviewer name, which is Henry Quest. Let me map the same. Here is the reviewer display name. Reply to the review. Well, I have created the reply using the OpenAI software. So I will find that particular reply from here. Choice 0 text. The staff is very professional. And for now, I am going to leave this particular field blank. Click on save and send test request. And you will see the response will be received and the data will be added to the Google Sheet. Okay. And yes, the same data has been added automatically here. Let me correct the formatting of this particular sheet. All right, and yeah, everything is looking nice or not. Let me correct the same. All right, and I hope you are able to read all the things very clearly. And this is how now onwards, whenever you will receive a review from the Google My Business, firstly it is going to generate a random reply, a unique reply for that particular review, and then it will be automatically collected to the Google Sheet. Now here is the another twist. Now, before I post these replies to Google My Business profile, firstly, I would like to review each and every content. If I am satisfied with the content, I will write it here, approve or disapprove. If the content is approved, then only in that case only the content will be posted automatically. And if I will type here the disapprove, the automation will stop working and this particular review will not be posted automatically. And instead of writing this approve and disapprove, I will take these two values in the drop down so that I do not have to manually write it every time. Okay, approve and disapprove. And you will see in this particular column you will start finding both the values. And since I am satisfied with this particular content, so that is why currently I am going to approve this content. Now whenever I am going to approve the content, what will be the next step? What should happen next? So come back to Pabbly Connect, and the first step of our automation, basically the part 1 of our automation is actually done. Now I am going to create the part 2 of my automation. So okay, so firstly I am going to rename it as the part 1. Click on enter and go back to the dashboard. And go back to dashboard, and we are going to create another workflow in order to post these replies automatically. So click on this blue button, create workflow once again, and provide a random name. I am providing auto reply to Google My Business Reviews part 2. And we are going to create one more workflow in order to post these replies to the Google My Business profile. All right, and in the trigger application I am going to select the Google Sheet which I have created here, and I will collect the response in Pabbly Connect. So search for Google Sheets here, and in trigger event new or updated spreadsheet row, and you can see a webhook URL and few set of instructions are visible here. You need to copy this webhook URL in order to connect your Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. Come back to your Google Sheet, click on this extension, click on add-on, click on get add-ons, and here we will search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks. Search for the same and you will find this add-on. You will have to install this add-on in your account. I have already installed it. It is already installed in my account. So for now, I'm going to close it. Again, click on this extension and you will find your add-on here. Click on Pabbly Connect webhooks, initial setup, and you will find two fields here. So we are going to copy this webhook URL and paste the same under this section, and it is asking for the trigger column. Well, trigger column is the column via which you would like to trigger this particular automation. Read the instructions. The trigger column will be your final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. In my case, I want to keep my trigger column as this E column because I want as soon as I provide the approve or disapprove instruction, this automation should trigger. Basically this data should get sent. So that is why here I will write it as E and click on send test, and you will see the data of this particular row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Yes, the test data sent successfully. This is the review name, this is the final review which we have received, and further details are also here. Click on submit and close this particular section. Come back to Pabbly Connect. Well, again, let me tell you one more important thing. Once you have installed the settings, you have installed this particular add-on, make sure you also enable this send on event in your Google Sheet. What does that mean? That means now onwards, whenever a new data will arrive here, it will be sent automatically. Okay. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here you will see the responses received. Yes, and here are the details. Here is the trigger column. The spreadsheet name is here, the spreadsheet ID, the sheet name, sheet ID, row index, and the reviewer name, the reviewer received, review name, reply to the review, and finally the approve, disapprove column. Once you have captured this data, we are going to finally send this data to Google My Business profile. But before that, I am going to apply a condition here. What is that condition and how I am going to use it? With the help of filter, I am going to provide that condition that whenever if the value provided in this particular column is approved, then only in that case only this automation should proceed. Otherwise, stop this automation. And I am going to define the same condition with the help of filters, which is a nice feature of Pabbly Connect. Now, where is that column? Okay, this is the column. Whenever this particular column has the value of approve, okay, whenever this particular column is equal to approve, save and send test request, the condition is going to be true because we actually have the same value only in our column. That is why this condition is true. But let's say someone has disapproved this content from your team because this content is not satisfactory. In that case, this automation will stop here only. Okay, moving further now, whenever this condition is true, what should be the next step? Well, it should directly post the reply of the reviews via the Google My Business application. Okay, so I'm going to search for the same, and in the action event, I will select create reply. Click on connect, click on, well, this time I am going to select the existing connections because I have already connected my account with the Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to use the recent connections, and you can see my account is connected. Now it is asking for the review name and your reply. So select a review from here or map the review ID returned on the Google My Business account trigger. You need to map the review ID here from the trigger, which has the value like accounts, location, reviews. So basically it is asking for this particular value. Remember, I have already collected this value in my spreadsheet, and here you can see the account is here, the location is here, and the review is here, and it is asking for the same. But instead of selecting this particular review from the drop down, I am going to map it, because if I will select it from the drop down, it will remain same, but I want to change this value every time a new review is arrived here. So that is why I am going to enable this mapping, remove the existing value, and here I will map which particular review? The review which I have just received from the Google Sheet, and here you can see this is the review name. Okay, so map it successfully, and finally it is asking the reply, basically your reply which you would like to post. So here I am going to again map the reply which I have generated via OpenAI. Okay, this is the final reply. Clicking on save and send test request, and you will see the response will be received, and yes, we have the response. Going back to my Google My Business page and going to refresh here to see whether the reply has been posted automatically. And yes, you can see the same review has been posted. Basically, the same reply of the review has been posted, which we have generated via OpenAI and which we have collected in our Google Sheet. The staff is very professional and they know how to deal with the customer, and yes, it is the same reply. So this is how now onwards, whenever you will receive a new review on your Google My Business profile, the reply will be generated automatically and the reply will be posted automatically. You do not have to do anything manually. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend, and this is just a one-time process. You have to create this automation only once, and everything will be done automatically. In case you want the access of these two workflows, basically the part 1 and part 2 of this automation, I am going to attach the shareable link of these workflows into my description box, from where you can directly clone these two workflows into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.